To Gracia's kitchen. Today I made some meat pies, the Tripoli style. It's meat on top of a layered flaky pastry. Let's go to the ingredients. For the dough, I have 3 cups of plain flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 egg, here I have a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. I need to add 1 cup of warm water, add it on top, keep a little bit and start kneading. I'm going to knead it with the stand mixer. You can knead it by hand. Keep on kneading. If I find it dry, I add the liquids. If I find it coming together, I don't add anything. I'm adding a little bit, slowly, until it all comes to a dough. When the dough comes together, I keep on kneading for further 5 minutes so the dough becomes more elastic. My dough is ready. It's elastic but doesn't stick to my hand. I didn't use all the liquids. There's less than 1/4 cup left. Now I have to cover my dough for about half an hour so the gluten can activate. For the topping, we have 3 medium finely diced onion, 1 kilogram of mince, salt, and 7 spices mix. We need to cook these with vegetable oil, and when it cools down, we add the other ingredients, which are 2 to 3 tablespoons of pomegranate molasses, 2 tablespoons of yogurt, 2 tablespoons of tahini, and 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I have vegetable oil in the pot. I'll add the onions and I have to cook it. I'm adding the mince to the pot and I'm going to cook it together. Now I'm mixing everything. I'll add the salt, 7 spices, and mix. When the mixture is cooked perfectly and there's no red raw meat, I turn off the heat and let it cool down completely before adding the other ingredients. I'm making small portions of the dough. I put it on the bench and with my thumb and finger I come and squeeze the dough. So the shape would be a perfect ball. I put it on a tray and continue with all the portions. After making all the portions, I cover it with cling wrap and now it's time for the layering process. Tray lined with baking paper and a towel that I need to cover all my loaves. I need to sprinkle a generous amount of corn flour. Press a bit with my hand, then I roll each dough portion. I roll it as thin as I can to make it easier for me with the next step. After I rolled it, I put it on the tray and cover it and continue the rest. In this measuring cup, I have equal part of ghee and vegetable oil. Now we'll have to spread on the bench. Then we'll get a loaf of what we rolled earlier. Put more ghee on top. We cover all the surface. And now we have to spread it by hand. We hold and stretch it. Hold and stretch it until it comes translucent, as thin as we can. Don't worry about any cuts because we will fold it. We keep on stretching to make it as thin as possible. Then the edges, we spread it with the fingers to make it thinner. After that, we have to fold it in quarters. So that's one. And that's the second part. We fold it again in half. And that's our layered pastry. Pick up the pastry and we put it in a tray. We continue all the rest, then we put the meat on top. After the meat has been cooled completely, we'll add the pomegranate molasses, the yogurt, tahini, and the apple cider vinegar. We mix everything together. And the topping will be done. Now I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of the meat on each sheet of pastries. Spread it evenly. Then put some pine nuts. And after I finish all the tray, I'm going to put the tray in a 200-degree oven until the pastry is golden and crispy. They took exactly 15 minutes in the oven. They're flaky and crispy. I hope you enjoyed the recipe with me. You will find the exact measurements in the description box below. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Enjoy!